today that we're gonna be making the world's biggest rare beauty blush. And honestly, I don't even know if this can actually work or if it's gonna end up looking like trash. But I want to try it anyway. Oh, I've already done this before. Actually, let me go get it. Okay, so if you didn't know, we actually made this one a couple months ago.
Oh, not again.
And I absolutely love it. The only problem is like the ball keeps on like popping on and off, and it seems like everything's just kind of like falling apart.
Isn't this amazing?
I mean, like, how could you not?
It's over here.
There goes the ball. It's a little crooked. If you're new to the series, we've actually made a ton of jumbo makeup products over the last couple months. From like concealer to eyeliner, even this jumbo size e.l.f. powder puff. And today I'm gonna be making the world's biggest rare beauty blush that's actually usable in some type of way. I really hope this works. Anyways, I'm not doing anything too crazy with my makeup. I just want to look like a little bit decent. Before we go out to the store, because I gotta get some supplies to make this jumbo blush. I think I have like 3 different stores I need to go to get all the supplies to make this project.
I don't really feel like going out today.
But I do need to get all the stuff, so we're gonna try and make this super quick. I need to go to Lowe's, Michael's, and the dollar store. Let's go get all the supplies for everything really quickly. Anyways, that's the finished look. Nothing too crazy. So let's go to the store and go get all the supplies. Dang it, we have no ice. So I wrote a list on everything that we need. I'm sitting outside of Michael's right now. I'm about to go inside to get all the supplies for our project. I'm gonna try and make this as quick as possible because I feel like it's gonna be
stormy today.
We need wood, glue, spray paint, styrofoam, and some type of ball. So I wanna get LED lights as well. I'm hoping that I can find everything at one store so we're not like
running all around today.
Yeah. But if not, I do have some backup stores just in case, but let's hope that they have it. Okay, so the first stop, and hopefully the only stop, was Michael's. I actually almost found everything that I needed from here. So I found this ball, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect size to go on top of the blush.
Little did I know that thing was like $20 freaking, so I ended up saying absolutely not.
Instead, I ended up finding this giant egg that was on sale. I'm gonna like stack these together, and then this is gonna be the lid. Now, I don't know if anybody's gonna remember this, but this is the same technique we used to make that giant bubble cleanser. You get the little foam cake things, and then you either paint or spray paint them. I prefer spray painting, honestly, but if you're gonna paint, just make sure you use acrylic paint.
Oh, pro tip.
Always check the clearance aisle first. We actually needed gold spray paint and I got it half off, so that's amazing. Now, like I said, I wanted to make this usable in some type of way, so I wanted to turn it into like a little mini table. So I ended up getting 2 wooden circles and then also some poster paper as well. This will all make sense later, but basically this is gonna be the body of our blush. Okay, so I forgot to film it, but I actually ended up going to dollar store as well. We needed like a little scraper, like spatula thing. Oh, and also some bowls as well, because we're gonna be mixing plaster together.
And it's gonna get messy.
Okay, so this is me after I got home from the store. I got all the supplies I needed, and in total, I think I spent about like $25 on like everything. Now, this piece of wood right here, I actually saw my neighbor throwing it out, and I was like, hey, can I have that? And he said no, so you know what, I just kind of took it anyway. So then I started by cutting into 3s, because we need like 3 legs for the body of the blush. My measuring skills are not particularly on point, but you know what, that's okay, because it actually ended up working. I got this nail gun. Yo, it took me like 20 freaking minutes to screw those legs in, but you know, it actually ended up working, and then I created a table. Okay, it's a little bit uneven, but you know what? It works, and it's on there, so we're good. Okay, now that we have the base completed, we have to make the body. So I got this like poster paper, and then I like glued them together. Oh wait, no, actually I taped them together just like this. Pro tip, make sure you tape it on the inside so nobody could see it. Now we're just having to choose a color, and I asked you guys over on Instagram what color we should make it, and by far, everybody told me red.
Hi, Bam Bam. Look at my little grandpa Bam Bam on the floor over here. You want to help me make a giant rare beauty blush?
No badge.
Okay. You can just sit there and look.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually tried the rare beauty blush before in my life.
But you know, I think the bottle is so freaking pretty. Like, you cannot tell me that bottle does not look bougie. And apparently that bottle is actually designed to help people with disabilities so they can be able to open that bottle on their own. So you know what, I respect that. Ah! It took me about like 2 freaking coats of spray paint in order to like fill the entire poster paper. Just for me to find out that the dollar store actually sells red poster paper.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Now we are almost done, but this is probably the messiest part of the entire project. This is the giant bubble cleanser that we made a couple months ago. Look, it's kind of like a table. Like, you can actually put stuff on there and it's very hard and sturdy. This one just might be my favorite. Yeah, this thing is solid. I actually use this as a little mini side table. Okay, so I ended up getting 2 of these because basically I'm gonna be stacking them together just like that and then using plaster to glue them together to make it hard. They'll be kind of like a table. No, although I much prefer just to like paint it or spray paint it. Unfortunately, that won't work. This is about to get very messy. It just ends up looking really, really bad. Trust me, I've already tried it. Grab the plaster, right? And then it says to mix it with some water. So I got this toilet water.
It did kind of taste like toilet water.
The directions called the equal ratios of half water and half plaster mixed together. I highly recommend using stuff that you don't mind throwing out.
I also forgot to mention that you also need one of these things. I don't really know what this is called, but I'm gonna call it a scraper because it looks like that. It's so that we can take the plaster and smear it on this thing, and this is gonna help us make it smooth.
So yeah, get yourself a scraper.
If you don't have one, well, go get one, because trust me, it makes your life a lot easier. No, I don't really know why, but I had so much fun mixing this. Like, this was so satisfying to me.
Okay, so this is the texture that you want it to be. It kind of looks like pudding in a way.
Now, you want it to be a little bit watery, and you also want to work in very small quantities at a time. The first one, we're actually going to be using it to glue the 2 styrofoam pieces together, just like this. Now, don't make the same mistake as me. You got to move a little bit quickly, because this stuff dries so freaking fast. So remember, you want to work in small quantities, you want to go fast, but you also want to make it smooth.
Okay, so I just finished the first layer of the plaster on our lid. It filled in most of the holes, but not all of it. So we're gonna be going in with another layer. Hopefully 2 layers is enough, but I want to make it very thin because the more we put on there, the heavier this is going to get. Which is not good.
Because it's the lid, and the lid goes on top.
So yeah, we don't want that. Okay, layer 2, I'm gonna be going around the sides now. This is gonna be a lot more difficult, I feel like, because I don't know how to hold this exactly.
No, I'm not gonna lie, this part was like a freaking nightmare. It was so incredibly hard to get the plaster all around the side without making a mess. Plaster ended up absolutely everywhere.
Okay, so this is looking pretty rough, but you know what? It's going in the right direction. Now I'm gonna go in with the second layer, and I'm hoping that we'll smooth everything out and fill in the rest of those holes, because these holes are kind of driving me insane. Okay, good news, the second layer of plaster is all on here. It's nice and smooth. Bad news is, well, this mess. Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Let me tell you, that stuff was not coming out of my floor, but you know what did come out nice? This lid. And you know what? It actually turned out way better than I was expecting. So while that was drying, I went ahead and worked on our logo.
You should just go into Google. I'll type in Rare Beauty Blush because that's what we're gonna be making.
Sometimes the brand will actually have their logo on Google. That's the easiest.
If not, we're gonna have to make it from scratch, so let's see what we can do. It's funny because I've actually never tried this product in my life. I love the packaging. I even heard that the packaging is meant for people with disabilities because it's like easier to grab and open, which I respect.
Now you can use whatever graphic design website that you want. Me personally, I like to use Canva. It's just super easy. I type in the Rare Beauty logo and then I print it out using my Cricut.
I found this gold vinyl. Basically, we're gonna be printing out the letters on here so we could stick it on the Rare Beauty blush bottle.
Okay, so for this next part, I decided I wanted to add some LED lights. Like, how freaking cool would it be to have a giant Rare Beauty blush that also lights up? And I ended up finding these LED lights on sale. So, you know, I grabbed that as well as this giant size egg. So instead of using a ball like I did last time, we're gonna be using this egg, which I think actually looks more like the original product than the ball does. I started by cutting a little teeny tiny hole just like that, and then I popped the little eggs off the LED lights. So it's just a plain light strip just like this. I untangled it, which honestly was the hardest part, and then I went ahead and started by stringing the lights inside of the egg just like that.
Now don't forget, we still have to spray paint this thing gold, so I don't really know if we're gonna be able to see these lights after it's all spray painted. Now I don't know if this is actually gonna work, but if it does, this thing is gonna look so freaking cool.
Now that we have made all of the pieces to our giant Rare Beauty blush, it was time to start by piecing everything together. I started by getting our wooden base, which is acting as the table, and then wrapped our spray painted poster paper around it. To secure it a little bit better, I used some hot glue. I recommend E6000 because
hot glue just was not doing it too well.
So I also had to use a little bit of tape on my project.
So the poster paper ended up going a little bit over the top, so I'm gonna get my scissors and then just trim that up and make it look a little bit better.
Again, this is a result of my terrible measuring skills.
But you know, it was an easy fix, so I went ahead and cut off the extra, and then I went ahead and painted the top part. I didn't need to paint the entire base because most of it's gonna be hidden by our lid. I just kind of painted the sides. Lastly, I went ahead and got some gold spray paint and started by spraying that lid that we made earlier. I did about 3 layers in total to fully cover it up, and then I moved on to the egg, which I was kind of scared about, not gonna lie. Like, I didn't think the spray paint was gonna show up on it.
This egg is the size of my head.
But you know what? I tried it anyways, and I got the spray paint, sprayed it all over, and you know what? I actually ended up really liking it. Anyways, after I was done spray painting it, I let it sit out just for a couple more minutes to dry. Well, I went ahead and put the logo on our body of the blush. I was trying to be as careful as possible and try and make it as straight as I possibly can. Then it was time to start piecing everything together. I turned the lights on the LED. Oh, it looks so good. I also went ahead and wrote my crush's name on the blush before I went ahead and glued on the lid. I also went ahead and glued on the little ball part of the lid, just like this.
Okay, so I just want to let everybody know that the hot glue actually did not end up working. I actually had to go back in there and use E6000 glue because everything was just like falling apart. It was a hot mess. Long story short, use E6000 glue.
And then this is how it turned out. Now, I want you guys to be 100% real with me. Either give me a thumbs up or thumbs down in the comments. Also, I wonder if Rare Beauty will see this.